Hi YouTube. Quite a while ago, I had a video, and I still have it up, called "I Am Trayvon Martin." And today I am making a movie, or excuse me, a video, and I'm calling it "I Am Trayvon Martin 2." The number two, or maybe TOO. I don't know. This is what happened. I'm a big black guy, and cops seem to have a field day when they hear "big black guy." That's just a fact. Um, Many people think, some of the people who have been um, on the other side of my ideology, for lack of a better term, like Tea Party fuckeries, um, they have been telling me that I'm keeping racism alive by pointing out the inherent discrimination with the GOP led disenfranchisement of voters, of minority voters, because we voted Obama into office. And then something like what happened on Tuesday morning happens. And I want those people out there who believe I'm keeping racism alive to listen to the account of what really happened here and tell me I'm being paranoid when it comes to race. If you believe that race is not a factor in anything, then you're just fucking stupid. There is no other way to put it. You are just ignorant of the facts, and you live in a white America where everything is rose-colored. Like the one Michelle Bachmann lives in, where she believes that the founders worked tirelessly to end slavery, when in fact one of them had slaves in themselves. And they were compromising. They kept compromising. The Wilmot Proviso, the Missouri Compromise, the 3630 parallel, I believe. Either that very well, I think, now that I think about it, that may very well be, I think that was Korea. Popular sovereignty, Bleeding Kansas, slave and free states, the Kansas-Nebraska Act. Nobody wanted to deal with slavery, and then nobody wanted to deal with racism. And now we see a parallel with that in gay rights. But let me double back to my original point, as the history of slavery evidenced with racism. Anyone living in South Buffalo knows that this place is racist. It is just plain racist. If you gave a sample size of people, or maybe blanketed South Buffalo however you could, and got them 3 questions, and you had them send it back to a PO box or something, or collected it somehow, you would get an overwhelming majority of people who believe that 1, gay marriage is wrong, and 2, interracial relationships are wrong, and transgender people should have no rights. Now, I went over to my friend's house, who lives in South Buffalo, quite close to where we're working. I live in this direction, and she lives in that direction, but we both get to work in the roughly the same amount of time. If we both started out from our houses at the same time, I have a bike, I would get there a little quicker, but if we both walked, we would get there within a few minutes of each other. Now she's selling and wants to get this computer desk thing sold, and I thought, you know what, it'd be a great thing for me to do, because I want to get a desktop, and I want to do that for mostly my games, and maybe that'll be my entertainment computer or whatever. So I decide to go over there and at least check it out, because if it's not what I'm looking for, I can at least say, you know, it's not what I'm looking for, but let me see if someone else is interested, or if you can find someone else who's interested in getting that. So I go over her house. I like my bike. I lock my bike up by the frame and the wheel, and I put the UE on it and click it, because I heard that her daughter's bike had been stolen, and I said, you know what, screw that. If they're gonna like pop it up on the back wheel, the front wheel's not going anywhere, so it's gonna be a waste of time for them to steal my bike. So I go up, and there's this beautiful Labradoodle that was there. Like, it was just so cute. Like, it was a terrier and or I think it was a poodle and a Labrador, and it just looked like so cute and everything. It looked like a blonde, like if they were human, they'd have blonde hair. And it was like, and she was that dog was so friendly and everything. But Kelly let the dogs out, and then since she's kind of shorter, I had to go into where the into the little closet where it was situated, and click the light on, and I looked at it and I'm like, wow, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Thursday night, I'll give you the money that you want for it, and then we can deliver it sometime over the weekend or whatever. So that happens, and then I go to leave, and I get on my bike, I unchain my bike, and I get on it, and I see a red car coming down the street toward me. See, the street is up this way. I'm here. I need to go out this way to get onto South Park. I didn't know if there was anything this way because I'm just thinking get onto South Park. Um, so as I go to get onto South Park, I see this car coming toward me, and then it just stops right near me. So then I take that opportunity to get out of there, go past that car, and then just go on to South Park near Euclid, where the Roaring Twenties bar is. That's obviously closed, and there's a bus stop close by that place. So as I'm going up there, um, I see, I notice that there's a car following me, and I'm like, I look back, and then I noticed that it's the same red car that was on the street that I was on. So I look back, and I'm like, and so she pulls up a little closer, and she's like, "What were you doing at my house?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, just have a good day. Just I'm very, very, very dismissive because I just came from work, and all I want to do is go home." So I say, "Ma'am, you know what? Just have a nice day. Bye bye." So after that, she's like, "I'm gonna call the police and whatever else." And I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm not doing anything wrong. How are you gonna call the cops? I'm not doing anything wrong." So she's like, blah 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 blah, blah, stay away from my house. And then I'm like, so I was just pissed off, okay? And I said, "I wasn't there to see you, you stupid bitch." She turns around. I thought the woman was gonna barrel at me. And that's when I was like, let me get the hell out of here. She could be going to call the cops, getting her husband or son. I don't care. You know what? I ain't got time for this. So I go home another way, because I didn't know if she would be coming back up South Park with somebody else. So I go another way home. I get home, and I tell my friend, you know what? You got a crazy neighbor, and you know what? As far as they knew, I could have had a gun and shot her. As far as she knew, she's up there harassing me, and there were break-ins recently, and but now it's 6 o'clock in the morning, by the way, when this happens, and that would be the most inopportune time to have a break-in because people are leaving for work. Not only that, but people are getting up for school. And why would anyone want to pull off a break-in during that time? Now, most people, when they break into a place, many times it's someone that they know or someone in the neighborhood. It usually is one of those two. And a lot of people may know when they leave for work and when they come back and whatever else, if you're kind of a close-knit neighborhood. But this woman, what she did was nothing short of harassment. And then later on, I find out that she called the police and tried to tell them that I broke into her house and that I had a gray hair with dreads, and that I was some big black guy that tried to break into her daughter's window. And I do have a hat that's got black and gray with like little dready, but it's more like a mohawk, and it's kind of felt, and it's like a mohawk. And people call me Rooster, Gallina, well, which is like chicken or hen in Spanish. Gallo, I think, is rooster. But she must have seen that and thought that because I had that hat on, that I must be that guy. Now, you note somebody, you don't just go and harass them. This is what happened to Trayvonn Martin before he was killed. And this woman blatantly accused me, and her daughter said that's not the guy. That is definitely not the guy. And not only that, but Kelly and her daughter saw me leave, and that car probably pulled away somehow or whatever else. But either way, they saw me leave. So what time would I have had between that short of amount of time when she first saw me and when she got up to South Park, and not only that, but I would have had an alibi because one, I was at work, two, I was with Kelly, and we even had text where we were, because she texted me, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, the cafeteria," and she said, "Oh, boss says go home," and I'm like, "Okay." So this woman probably calls the police every 12 minutes. She's probably someone who is like George Zimmerman, a vigilante, a paranoid individual. But I just can't shake the feeling that she's definitely racist. But if you think that race had nothing to do with it, you're fucking stupid. There's just no other way to put it for you. You're hopeless. Have a great day, YouTube, and I'll see you later.